You say you'll be down in 5. The smell of your perfume is floating down the stairs. You're fixing up your hair like you do. I know that I'll be a mess the second that I see you. You won't be surprised, it happens every time, it's nothing new. It's always on a night like tonight. I thank God you can read my mind, 'cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless. It started when you said hello, just did something to me. And I've been in a daze ever since the day that we met. You took the breath out of my lungs, can't even fight it, and all of the words out of my mouth without even trying. And I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless. Yeah, baby. It's always on a night like tonight. I thank God you can read my mind, 'cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless. You're standing there in that dress. Girl, it ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. Oh, I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless. Oh, you know it, baby.
Everyone can be seated.
Laura Ann Burgess, first and foremost, I love you, baby. I tried to come up with words to describe my love for you, but truly, words do no justice to the amount of love I have for you inside of my heart, my soul, and my entire being. There are just too many adjectives to name and not enough time, so I'll try and describe how I feel towards you the best I can. You saved my life. Prior to meeting you, I was just bouncing around like one of those little bouncy balls with no destination in sight. I was in a pretty consistent downward spiral for about 5 years. But then with merely a few days left in 2017, we went out on our first date at JD Oxford's. Instantly, we connected. I've never felt more at ease during my first time meeting someone as I did with you. They say when you meet your soulmate, your heart will not speed up, your body will not feel weak, and there will be no nerves, but rather you'll feel an instant calmness come over you. You'll feel more at ease than you've ever felt in your entire life, and that's exactly 100% how I felt. We talked as if we knew each other for years. More importantly, we had fun. As a matter of fact, we had so much fun, Jax was conceived just a few days after. We have our ups and downs, we have our little arguments and disagreements, but they never last long. We're both stubborn, opinionated, and prideful, but our biggest strength is in our ability to communicate. We are able to talk through anything, and in my opinion, we're pretty damn good at it. Please, let's never lose that. Another quote I love is, I'd rather argue with you than kiss someone else. I promise to always talk things out with you and come to a compromise. I promise to always love you with the intense passion that I've always felt for you. I promise to always have your best interest at heart. I promise to never go a day without telling you I love you. And I promise to be the best husband I possibly can be to you. Because all of these things are what you deserve. I've never been more content with my life at any point during my 32 years on this earth. I cannot wait to continue building our lives together, to continue building our family, to travel with you, to buy our first house together, to grow old together, and most importantly, to continue thriving and being happy together. Thank you for being you. Thank you for giving me my biggest blessing, Jackson. And thank you for taking my hand in marriage. My honey, my baby, my best friend, my soulmate, and now my wife. I love you forever.
Laura, will you now make your vows with Brad?
I don't know if I could top that.
Stop.
Brad, you are everything I ever dreamed of. I always thought to myself, is there really one specific person out there for me? A soulmate God is saving for me? I always thought it would be difficult to find somebody who will love me when I'm always scattered in 1,000 places. I was starting to think that that wasn't the case, and then I met you. You showed me every piece doesn't have to be in place to create something beautiful. From the moment we met, you made me feel like the most beautiful girl in the world. I feel extremely lucky I finally found someone I can be my true self around. I can talk about my insecurities and feelings, and even though they may seem crazy sometimes, you embrace them. I honestly feel we were put on this earth to find each other. I will never forget, not long into our relationship, you told me that I don't have to look anymore, that you were not going anywhere. At that moment, there was a sense of calmness that came over me. I put all my trust into you, and I'm so happy I did, because we have created such an amazing love story. We complement each other so beautifully, and together we can face anything. I love what an amazing, attentive father you are to our son. I love how you love with everything that you have. I love how real and loyal you are. I love how much you love your family. I love how you laugh and talk to Jax out loud in your sleep, just like when I was writing these vows. It's a true story. I love your kind soul. I love how much you love me. I love how you support me, even if it makes your life a little bit harder. I love how you embrace all of me, even my flaws. I'm so in love with you, and with that, I feel everything that you feel. When you're sad, I'm sad. When you're happy, I'm happy. We are more connected than anyone could ever imagine, and I'm so grateful for that. You have taught me what unconditional love feels like, and that's how I will love you every day. I promise to always strive to be a better wife and mother. I promise I will always have your back. I promise to not get so angry when something unexpectedly goes wrong with my car. I promise to turn off our shows when you're falling asleep so that we can watch them together the next day. I promise I will work on not being late everywhere I go. I promise to be faithful, committed, and support you. And the biggest promise I can make to you is that I will never finish falling in love with you. You are my partner, my best friend, my soulmate, the one that I've been waiting for my whole life to find. And I'm so thankful that God gave me you.
He's a phone call to his parents. He's a Bible by the bed. He's the t-shirt that I'm wearing. He's a song stuck in my head. He's solid and he's steady like the Allegheny runs. He knows just where he's going and he's proud of where he's from. One of the good ones. He's one of the good ones. Love me like he should, one like he wrote the book, one the kind you find when you don't even look, one anybody can be good ones, but he's good all the time. He's one of the good ones, and he's on mine. He's one of the good ones. You'll know him when you see him by the way he looks at me. You'd say he hung the moon, I'd say he hung the galaxy. Nobody does